1, knee, drop like forward. 2, 3. Okay? So kneeing upwards is very Japanese. Kneeing into urinary tract points is much more fucking out. So by spinning the body, you have a sympathetic. If you stand straight, by striking into the point, the body rotates. This allows us to enter into grappling mode. So if he's in a fighting stance and I strike the point, okay, the hand opens up in different points. So we're not concerned with straight area. We're concerned making our opponent move side to side more. Okay? So if we just begin, 30 seconds, and we just go edge, a knee, a sun. Pick up the speed a little bit. Okay? We have a femoral point that runs on the inside. We use a lot of the kicking. But we never really kick. In a kata, we're always straightforward. When we defend, we're angry. I'm not going to do a hard kick. But what we do is we kick toward a point. That's what we call medium kick, where we kick fairly fast, and we stay on. So I'll go very, very light. So what we do is, as we kick, we stay on, and the weight stays on. Just relax. Okay, okay, that's a point. Okay, so point kick. Just stay on a little bit, Joe. Okay, it's a different feeling. So what we do is the leg goes through. So we want to shift our weight back, rotated body, and just stay in. You feel it enters. It enters upwards. So just literally kick. So slow. One more time. Just from this position, we're just here. Itch and back. Itch and back. So you want to stay on a little bit. Itch and back. Right? Nice and light. Not too hard. Let's wrap it. With your partner, please. Easy. And you kick, rotate the body back. Okay, so we go very light. Anything harder. Not too often we actually we're watching Kinjo Sensei doing this kind of movement, flying across. What happens is you're striking with your thumb. You're not really striking with fingertips, but with your thumb. So if he does throw a punch, we parry the punch, and we enter into the throat grab. You stretch your leg out. The thumb goes behind. We turn a little bit. The thumb goes behind the throat, and then grabs for support. And that's basically the fight is over. Okay? Because it's a different feeling. You'll experience a different feeling. It's not a feeling where you can't breathe. It's a feeling where you feel your body, somebody's shutting it off. Okay? So we want to practice what we call a thumb hook first. So from the punch position, side step or block, or if it's a face punch, we use a parrying punch, we enter upwards. Okay? And if he's in a low position, when I squeeze, he goes up automatically. And this is almost like judo kazushi, where you break the. See how your head just tilts forward. No, your head tilts forward automatically. So when I'm here, hand grabs the same, and then we grab behind. I can feel your pulse. Okay. Okay. Soft. So I can preset the hand like this. And then all I want to do is elbow his hand and rotate my left foot back a little bit. That takes him down. Okay? It's a karate form, kote gaeshi, kote gaeshi aikido technique. We want to break. He has two options: to fall down, or stay there and have his wrist broken. So he elects which one he would like to receive. Either way, he comes out on short end, I hope. So from the punch, this is called a waving block. Okay? And what we do is we pull it down. So it's like a hook. So his head always moves forward. But be careful because he hit very hard. I press up, he stands up. I bring hand forward, and from here, I'll strike, rotate forward. Okay? You just start with that technique, please. So the palm and kote gaeshi, strike strong. Okay? Rotate back anytime. The other hand, right. I use the elbow forward, and then when I'm in this position, you can use strike, rotate back. Perfect. Strike. Okay? Strike. This way. So this movement, the rotation of the body is very necessary. So if you don't want to elbow, we hit. You rotate your body. So that becomes a throw. So hip movement is very utilized. Most people do not use that. They use strict blocking techniques. Okay, so the second kind of technique is entry technique. So we're soft. He strikes. I move through, as always. And then we use a body ridge hand. So Japanese heito is here. Okay, some people do heito here. We do what we call a walkthrough. Just point forward. Nice, very soft. Okay. So as he strikes, we absorb. If he punches again, it makes no difference. He enters the body. Okay. So when you strike that point, okay, in karate we want to speed movements only. Okay. So my favorite student, I want to hit him, but we strike just a little bit of weight. Okay. We just put some weight behind the technique. We'll go very, very easy. I'm not going to do anything. So karate, because sport karate is about punching. So if he throws a punch, I'm concerned about scoring a point. The faster I go, the faster I come back. In sport karate, if I punch and drop my hand to stay here, I don't get a point because the punch must return here. In Okinawan Karate, I want to strike, put my weight forward, okay, watching my head, and I want to enter and stay there. And the energy starts appearing only a fraction later. At the initial shock, it's minus, like a wave going through a body, because the body's made 96% of water, so it's like a wave shock. So we hit, and that stays on. Okay? So that's how we get a knockout. If you go harder, I'm not going to hit you harder, but I pull it back, nothing happens. I'll go even faster. He's still standing, you know. So sometimes we have to go a little bit slower. So thank you, sir. So all we want to do is from the punch, the basic punch, we parry the technique, and we take the outside point. But we're not concerned with this. We're concerned with a good movement. So I want to move to Mr. Evans quick. Push. Right. We point our hands forward, and if he stands up, our hands go in position forward. Okay, let's try it nice and slow. Thank you very much, sir. So let's count it through. So watch, please. From the punch. 1, parry, 2, enter. Okay? Nice and slow. Let's try it. Anytime. I try to kick, and then I kick afterwards, which is okay. It's a good balance exercise where he punches again, and I kick, and I deflect, and I have any kind of fall through. That's okay. You know, that's okay. But we really use our feet to have more appendages, more areas. So if he throws a punch toward me, when we do basic movements here, we use put our foot to press toward the shoulder. We control the shoulder motion. So maybe we'll start with that basic movement. So from a basic punch, parry, always strike slightly downwards. Just look at me straight. So I want to make sure that he can't see me. Okay, so when I hit him, hit forward. Press the shoulder a little bit. Strike back if you want. Rotate. But not the elbow. Everybody goes here like this. If he stands up, I can go flying over. Okay? So when we step over, if you're not that flexible, pull your opponent down. Step close to the shoulder and just control. Okay? From here, we grab the hair, and all we do is we just rotate into better stance. Okay, so hand is high. When I step in better stance, he's tied in. Okay, sorry. Itch, knee. You can practice some horseman's punches too. Okay, that's optional. So let's try it, please. Everybody up. What happens when you strike, my elbow touches his shoulder, and I press down close. Okay? So you can make them as short as you want. Okay, and if this doesn't work, press the elbow flex, geo point. So lower, 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 step across, in, close. This is superb. This area is just wonderful. Step, and forward. Okay, let's try this. Thank you. How are you doing?
Never got that.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try it. Nice and nice. 1, 2. Contact with the body. Take it back, across, forward. Exactly same position. Don't grab the hair. Turn your body towards your opponent. Grab the belt if you wish. Inside press. Drop. Lift. Up. Feet through. Lock. Put pressure on the elbow. Can we try that? Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Thank you. Can I do one for you? I'll take you down. This position. Step across. Grab the belt. He doesn't roll. This is almost like you're doing a rising kick. It's a block, and then sometimes we grab with one hand, which is okay. We grab with the other hand, which is okay. Some people don't even grab; they deflect, and they attack. Otherwise, you know. So they're taking a tremendous opportunity and giving it away. In Okinawan Karate, everything Jujuk is an entry point for what's called Gyakute grappling. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And these turning exercises are just passing hands. So we're going to do natural. He does a face punch. And all I want to practice is 1. There's a face punch again. I just want to practice 2. So we rotate the hand. Very simple beginning. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so all we're doing is, as he punches, we practice rotating this position. He punches again. We practice rotating this position, and we'll do a variety of control. To practice my body control. So step. This is very soft. Okay. Back. 2. Back. Back and forth. But please don't use your legs. So left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot. You know, left foot feels many times. Let's go. Try the other one. Hey, please grab a seat. Not every day in your class, except maybe you make a low block. You know, it's the same hip exercise as it is. So we want to just do two very basic traps from regular position, always natural. I can always start from here, but it doesn't really matter. When he throws a punch, when we catch, rotate, basic kotegai-ish, and we just want to practice just a basic wrist flex. Okay, wrist flex, more advanced version, pulling the head back where you put more stress. So nice and easy, higher if you wish, and then he'll give a good tap when I squeeze. Okay, just once. Use your palm maybe. Perfect. Because I'm going deaf, so I'm just kidding. Okay, so back. So on one, on the second pass, we just change places. On the second pass, when we take our opponent down, we want to immediately blend into this position. Okay, so without grabbing. So knee goes close, he's locked in. He can probably take his hand off, but a very unnatural way, and then I grab, or I just flex the shoulder. That hurts. Okay, so we want to make sure that we touch together. So can we just put it together, please? Slow. One, forward, cheat if you wish, back, forward, whichever hand you want. If you want to rake it back, more pressure. Okay? If he lifts his head up higher, I can squeeze and choke at the same time. It's just up to you. Second punch. Okay. A lot of people do a straight arm. I always compress it forward. I like the S shape. Let's take the person down. Much easier. Now from this position, I need to go that way slightly. Allow it to fall in proper position. Okay. Step forward. Easy press. Okay. If you're more skillful, reach down, pull the hand back. You can use both hands. If you're more skillful, you can step in, use the shoulders forward, or we can go back here and go back to our punching exercise. Always work on a keep it chin punch. Okay, let's try it. Let's go. Okay, more basics, everyone. Here, just roll over for me. Just right. You and kick. Right. Dangerous. So if you fall down, he falls down. Right away here. Roll. You can roll. Bringing forward, back. Hair grab, articulation from the sides. If he throws a punch, just foot punch, any punch, forward. If I want to flex this way, we just use the hair grab as the articulation. In sports, you cannot hair grab. The others use is falling techniques. There's a lot of falling techniques. If he throws a slow round kick toward my face, okay, we always block. Someone can always go down, forward, and they attack from the floor. They like to be underneath. Okay? So if he extends, he can just do a front kick toward me. So if I take the kick and drop your foot forward, and we have a lot of kicking techniques where we get inside points back to the urinary tract just with your heel. It's very, very simple technique. Then I'll finish with one of the more advanced techniques. So if he grabs my wrists, and if he does headbutt toward me, so he would send me downwards. So rather than fighting, one of the techniques is we take the hand and we go down. We take our left foot back and we do a front. This is so many different things. This is a kick to the mastoid nerve. Okay? And you can knock the person out just with your feet. Okay? So you can just hold them in the down position. Tap out. Perfect. Okay? So let's do that one technique. So there's a variety of movements. So just watch again, please. From the grab. Okay? If he strikes toward me, okay, brush. I grab him. If he pushes me back, maybe he kicks my chest, upper chest. Right, where I lose balance, I just go down with the balance. Grab, press together, push down, and sit. Okay, can we do that? Simply take the nose, support the head, and when I push forward, he will easily stand up with me. Okay? At this point, if I lean back, the chair will break his balance, and he'll fall backwards. I don't really want to do that. And then we do this mystical movement, which is called clearing of the nose. Okay? It's like sword-iya, you know, Chiburi. So nice, and you just start with a basic point. Stand up, and then from here move back, and if we were on a mat, I would continue the pressure and just turn back and gently point my hand toward the floor. Okay? So let's just begin with basic fundamental techniques. So if we kind of just to grab a partner, please. Right, slow. So first inside.
Inside.
Then roll.
And
right.
then roll.
Right, yes. Good. Okay.
Stand up.
Okay. Very good.
Good.
Not hard. Okay. Right, stand up. Your left.
Yeah.
Push back. You lose your balance. Okay? Okay, sorry. Okay, but you have to press in. Okay. Okay, now it's called Ago is chin. We have a point underneath. And all we want to do is just basically press the head up, upwards, or you can grab the head this way, push forward, or use two fingers, and it's just trying to balance your opponent, pushing them back. Okay? So it's nice and relaxed. If he throws a punch, rather than worrying about fighting and pushing, we always have morality, which is just push the person forward. So the point makes them react to the technique and they fall over. So the technique, if you just take your thumbs and just find a spot underneath, So press it, we're just squeezing this way. You can use 2 thumbs. You can use your fingers, okay? A lot of the have this kind of movement. Sanshin kata. Okay, that's digging upwards. Okay, it's just digging upwards into the chin. So let's try it very slowly, please. Just a couple of minutes. We move back. Quite often you're trying to remove somebody. Can you just tuck your chin in for me? Right, so I picked an opponent with not too much hair. We have different hair grabs. A lot of our kata called seipai has a lot of hair grabs. There's tremendous amount in Japanese karate. We tend to block and then we hit the target. And Okinawan karate is always grab the person and hold them while you're striking with the other hand. And in addition to striking, you have a pulling motion back always to maximize the power. Okay, so we have a lot of pulling techniques. So one of them is if you grab top of the hair, there's even skill in grabbing. We don't grab on top. We shoot our fingers through. If you grab top of the hair, you have limited range of motion. So you go to the front of the head and snap back. Okay? And a basic strike, this is brachial plexus point. Okay? Well, in Chinese, it's called triple warmer 17. So if he covers very tight, so we have initial distraction, control technique, pain, and at this angle, he easily gets knocked down. Okay, so if I put the weight forward I'm not going to hit you very hard, but what we do is we put our weight forward and we drag the opponent down. The secret to this is to stay on for 1 second. So when we strike and I stay on for 1 second, do you feel that? Okay, so you go through, and it's not hard, but in karate and sport karate, we tend to withdraw things immediately. Okay, can you go faster? Okay, can I go faster? Okay, faster. In reality, sometimes we want to stay on. Okay, so if you just try the very basic drill, so if he's sitting forward, as I move forward, come forward, and just gently hit for the brachial plexus. Let's try it, please. Okay, he's cheating. He's using what we call standing fist. It hurts already, but if he does a regular punch, it doesn't go in. The opening, the nerve is protected by the 2 knobs on top. If he uses 1 finger, okay, oh, that hurts. Okay, that hurts quite a bit. When he adds the pull with the other hand, okay, I don't really want to fight with him anymore. That hurts. Okay, always I want. I need a new partner, please. Yeah, this hurts. Okay, so you have to think about the turn. So when he does the turn, okay, easy, he grabs my hands. So now he's done it very, very strong. So I put emphasis on the hands. What we want to do is we want to do a basic elbow strike. Just move forward with our elbow. Nice and relaxed. So at first we just do basic drill, then we start aiming at the various pressure point strikes. So if he grabs, again, what I do is I shift my weight. Okay, the wrist is very strong, but the elbows are mobile. I look, and if I look at the brachial plexus point, I put my weight inside very slowly. Okay, can we just try that? Nice. Here first. Okay. Then weight. Here. Okay. Leg deeper. Here.
Outside.
Right. Outside. Higher. Push. Just soft. So the knee back a little bit. Okay. Excuse me. Ow. Okay. If you leave your hands on, excuse me, let me just do the drill. So as soon as we turn, okay, he resists. I want to grab right point and just practice turning back. Okay. So let's just do that a couple times. 1. Grab. Elbow is on top of the shoulder, not down here. And just pull back. Okay. So we'll do that a couple times. And then once we're in that position, this is exercise 1. Exercise 2, and then he wants to just slide his hand down, pull my hands back toward him back. Okay, perfect. Just get you to move away from the chair. No, just thank you. Okay. Perfect. And all I want to do is just practice this drill. It's very simple. So if he steps with the other foot, just getting the elbow up, forward, step in shikodachi, and I flex, and that's just a body, we call it body weight, moving forward, nice and relaxed. So the whole exercise is 1, he turns me. Exercise, he unturns me, he grabs my hands. Okay, I step. I strike to the brachial plexus, now move forward. Just him come on. Okay, can we try that? Okay. So block 1, top of the elbow. We never block here because the elbow, natural force falls back. Top of the elbow, slap back, ride it back, grab. Okay. As I spin, I go pull, forward. He should be right in front of me. Can we try that? Okay. 1, back, 1, and maybe a little more back each time. 1, back. I just want to practice a basic drill. So you enter from here. So if he has a tight fist, it's impossible to grapple. By striking toward the head, you send a warning shot, and the body relaxes. Okay, and then you have a variety of techniques forward. But I just really want to work on rear elbow. If he throws a punch toward me, I'm stepping off line, controlling to the outside. Let's try it. So just nice, just relax here, and we stay on. So we stay on target. Now, I'm going to hit hard. It's just, if I crank this a little bit, right, I'm stressing the nervous system already. Right. So now you receive the pain even much more so. Okay? So sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay. And you feel kind of a little lighter. So if you go 1, 2, I'm not going to. It goes down, here. And then when we hit, it's easy to get a knockout. And the secret knockout is 1, and then press brachial plexus. So and you stay on, and that shuts down the. It's like shutting of the stove. Lights go out. Okay. No problem. Here. And it's on. Okay. Then I continue to pressure. Step punch. Just step forward punch. Stop. Okay, perfect. Now, can you go slow motion through his leg for me? And we continue the motion. Okay, so up one more time. That's without any power whatsoever. It's a body rotation. So, Okinawan Karate, one of the principles is always use full body rotation. Don't hit with your leg. Always use the turn into a technique. So one more time, go. So if you can push your opponent down, go. Just with a touch. When you kick that point, you will basically destroy him. We can't do that because you can actually knock the person right out, and it's one of the most dangerous things. It's almost a principle of acupuncture where you're sending energy, and you think, well, if you hit the head, it's very dangerous. Okay, but if you think about a nervous system is faster than anything in the world. Okay, faster than British Telecom. Okay, well, maybe that's not a good thing, but instantly hits forward. So when he hits here, the brain receives the shock anyways. Can we do maybe 10% kick, just a little bit light? Very light. Okay, so he kicks into femoral. Okay, a little bit quicker. So you're knocking opponent out with a kick. So ikken horosu. Okay, that's 1 point or 1 hand kill. So that's why there's not that many techniques, and a lot of the ka's are very short, because if you do it right, you can knock the opponent forward. So thank you. We're not going to work on it. You can kick each other and throw up afterwards. But I just want to show a different control. So if he grabs my hand and I try to do it, control, any kind of rotationary control, what we do is we shift our weight to the outside. So this is a very unique Okinawan kick. And what it is, we hit the femoral point with our heel. A lot of people say, that doesn't hurt at all, It's so, but we just hit the femoral point and the hand slides forward. So we should be kicking somebody else, not you. But okay, so as we move forward, I try whatever it is. If I hit, he blocks, or worse yet, he grabs my hand, perfect position. So what am I going to do? Okay, I can do suicide. So I just want to take my foot forward and back. Okay, that's one of the secret Okinawan kicks. Okay, and you can knock the person out with your heel. Can you just try this a couple times? So watch the position. He grabs. I try to turn, okay, nothing happens. I move, he grabs my hand, okay? So I put my weight forward, and I kick into the femoral point inside, and what happens is, secret point is my knee reinforces his leg, maximizing the power, and then we go back into a grappling hold. Let's try this, okay? The knee point, which is okay, but the knee goes down and comes back without any. We want to hit higher. So we're actually, that's a meridian line. It's a meridian line, which is... when you hit the meridian line, it's a different feeling. So the interest of throwing a person goes up. Okay? Okay? So I try. Nothing. Okay? Punch. No, it's okay, sir. All right. Punch. So we just move to the side here, any point, and it's just... You feel that? Yeah. So, right. The inside. So we hit to the inside. Okay? Very, very painful point. Okay? That's right. So always rub a little bit. Okay? The knee is a joint, so if you want a knee to bend, that's okay. But it doesn't do anything. It goes back, you rebounces back. So if we're in a moving position, again, I like this. So we rake it back. So let me just do it like that. All right, that's the light. The higher I go, the more it hurts.
Yeah.
Okay. The leg. My normal reaction of the body, but if he grabs my hands and he holds straight like this, even more sensitive, and he kicks me, that hurts so much more. Yes. Right forward, you rake to the common perineal point, which is on the outside, is also extremely painful. So we rake that point, okay, and body spasm. So if we add it, if we had any of the pushing type motion and we enter through weakening the nervous system and we end up in a push, that's why the person goes. And a lot of people do not have that initial technique and they say, well, this is fake. Now this doesn't really work because you're not presetting the fighting sequence. So if we're in fighting stance and he throws a front kick toward me, if I cut the angle, he always drops in the point of kicking. If he kicks again, he always drops in the point of kicking. So you can use a heel, toe. I have a Western foot, so my foot for toe kicks doesn't work very well. Okay, Mr. Kinja, if you ask him, he'll go like this, and his toes will literally disappear in his foot, and then you can't see his toes. So it becomes like a solid weapon. You know, also from years of banging things with his fingers and his toes, it becomes very much synthesized. Okay, so if he throws a kick, another point area we work on is it's called urinary tract point. Okay, so if he throws a kick, we use our foot just to push away that point, and we always have a spinning-like motion forward. So I mean that's kind of uniquely Okinawan technique. So we're not going to really dwell on that too much. I'd like to start working on just a simple two-partner defense. Okay, so can I get you up, sir, forward, and we'll just do this very simple drill. So if we'll do basic shoulder grab. I just want to just do basic roll and control roll. Okay, so we just start from that, maybe 3 times. And then this gentleman would be kind enough to punch me in the face. I just want to practice chambering my knee, not even kicking, okay? Just chambering my knee. So 1, and if he kicks, if I can pick up my knee, I just want to hit the same point in the leg, okay? It's nice and relaxed. So slow. Okay, I guess we would call this a low hook kick, okay? It's not really, I'm really concerned with the angle. I have no idea which way he was going to stand, so I have to kick across the legs, okay? Just want to be able to do that. Can you just try it back and forth, please? So if we can do a short lock, and then hit the femoral point with your heel. Let's try it, please. Okay? So can we get into it? Over, high, back, body. Yes, sir. Yeah, right. So it stresses the joint. Yep. Okay, we also do strike from there. Okay, let's start with that. We have angular kicking techniques. If you saw, this kind of kick before, if you just change the angle here, most people kick for a joint. By kicking upwards, it causes the body to spasm downwards. It allows us to do rear grabbing motions. There's one preset. It's like, preset your opponent in the correct manner. Okay. Just step and punch again. Okay. Straight side kick with the inside point makes your opponent go down, which allows us to do grappling movements from the inside. So you have to, your opponent's like a puppet. You have to pull the strings in the right way before you actually do technique. Okay. So I like to do a second drill, which is just very simple. He does a punch, and I just grab, and there's going to be another person on this side. So can we just get a volunteer sense of control forward, please? Nice. Just back. Okay, and if you just throw a punch toward me, just want to project your opponent forward, nice and relaxed. Okay, so let's just start with it one more time. Very simple drill. So we did this already, but all we want to do is from here, we favor this kind of palm strike, okay, which does 2 things. It hits on top of the jaw and blinds your opponent, okay, and as soon as he comes in, just want to practice projecting forward. Let's just start with our basic drill, please, okay? Hinge down, so I'm not going to his face goes back. So you can't see it for a second. So if he can't see me, he's not going to punch. Okay, let's start with this. I can hit this opponent with my body. His head, his legs behind. This opponent with my right hand. If I'm lucky, I'll fall down. If I'm lucky quite often, but it's all right. So we have to make contact with both opponents. So just nice and relaxed. When he sees 1 strike, punch, opponent comes forward. You got to grab. So I want to run my face here and continue the motion through and use not a hard kick, not a hard strike, but brachial plexus point. So easy. So I move forward and strike. Can you try that nice and slowly? Good shot. Super. There you go. Super. Good demonstration. More so than maybe not the one. Here. Same time. So I pull this right here. I'm concerned with this part of stopping this part of the body. We're not really concerned with that punch or the technique. So if he steps back and if he does a round punch, if he does a good round kick. So traditional karate is concerned with blocking. So we have a block. Blocking something. Then there's a style called Kenkai in Japan, Kenkai karate, which is Kyokushinkai and fighting style karate, where they're lighter, we kick, and you just want to check. Well, if he falls, he just follow through round kick, we kick this way. So we follow through our kicks. So if he does a point type karate kick, where he kicks and pulls back, he's not really hitting me anyway. So if I put my hand forward, I can stop his kick because that's his natural line of the body. If he does a follow through kick, and if I would put my hand forward, I'll be back in 15 minutes with a cast on. Okay, so you can imagine my hand being up here, he kicks, he would break my hand. So there's no way that even if I put my weight into it, we cannot block a big bone with a small bone. It just doesn't work. Okay? So when you practice through karate, we practice angular shifting. So karate teaches us how to step in positions to the side. So if you would attack with the same technique, I would let him drop, and then use a pressure point movement to unbalance somebody. So we use our karate skills to move back and forth. Okay? So it's very important. I just want to stress some of the fitting positions or shaped techniques. Another very strong technique is a spin wheel kick. He throws a kick. Okay? So we either block or move back. Okay? So even if I escape the technique, he'll fall into a flurry of other techniques right afterwards. It's very difficult to escape that. If I put my hand forward, that is the strongest kick there is. He will break my bone. Kick again. Okay? And turn up to the point. We suppress the power and moving forward. A lot of sides of blocking techniques like open hand techniques and goju karate, just a face punch. They have hakuoki, which is always dragging this part of the body, this part of the body. If I hit his hand hard, his elbow, this will punch me would probably hit me in the face, the harder I would get. So we are concerned with blocking to the pressure points, which are very soft and bureaucracy. And also, block and strike become one. So if he strikes toward me, you really don't want to block. I just wait, and when he punches,